A key lockbox and this message on the door. Signs this bank branch is officially closed.
I think it hurts everyone in the neighborhood, especially the elder people.
Gone is the convenience of having this bank within walking distance or just a short ride.
I've been at this bank for like 17 years, and it's a total inconvenience because now I have to either go to Glen Burnie or all the way to Washington Boulevard to use a bank.
The nonprofit group Grow Home had high hopes of getting teenagers who are part of its Youth Force Development Program to develop financial relationships with the bank.
Rather than my people get their first paycheck and then go and pay to have it cashed, I'd love to have a bank account right here in the community.
For restaurant Sweet Home Jamaica, having a commercial bank branch right across the street was great. Tony Henley says the restaurant opened 7 years ago. He had business and payroll accounts at the bank, which was also a place where he could get change to help handle cash purchases. Henley now feels discarded.
It's a big damage for the restaurant and for the people in the neighborhood, the whole community hurt by that.
Bank of America tells 11 News the impact of the COVID pandemic and other challenges led to the permanent shutdown. Only the ATM remains open.
When you lose a bank branch, you're losing more than just a location. You're losing the opportunity for families who've been working hard to deposit their checks and build a banking relationship and learn some of the skills about building their credit.
The Maryland Consumer Rights Coalition's Marceline White is also part of the National Community Reinvestment Coalition.
And they look at this issue across the country, and we're seeing everywhere that brick and mortar banking branches are closing.
I think it's a huge disadvantage.
Billy Humphrey runs the nonprofit group City of Refuge Baltimore. His organization provides food and shelter assistance to families. The Brooklyn neighborhood has convenience stores but no nearby grocery stores. It's also impacted by the digital divide, with families having limited access to Wi-Fi and the internet in their homes to do mobile or online banking.
We're continuing to put people who are economically challenged at a further economic, difficulty.
Brooklyn residents say they do have a great community partnership with Arundel Federal Savings, but they think more help is needed from a commercial lender to bring in and launch small businesses, create jobs, offer first-time buyer home loans, and face other challenges. This is East Patapsco Avenue and South Hanover Street. It is the heart, the economic center of the community, but it's also an area where there have been a number of crimes committed. This is a memorial for someone who was killed.
When you take investment out of a community, crime is going to go up. And then when crime goes up, it's another incentive to take more investment out of the community.
It's important to note Bank of America does not mention crime as a reason for closing this branch. In an email to the I-Team, a spokesman writes, "Our decision to close the Brooklyn Curtis Bay Financial Center was for a number of reasons, including a declining volume of client transactions and activity in the center. Now in Brooklyn, they're wondering about the vacant building.
What will they do with that asset? What will it become?"
The community group said they are in discussions with Bank of America in attempts to make sure the building is viable and vibrant. Their main objective, getting another bank. Their main concern,
If no other bank comes in here, there is going to be a large percentage of this population that will remain under or unbanked.
something the community groups don't think the Brooklyn neighborhood can afford. For the 11 News I-Team, I'm Barry Sims.
And Barry tells us Bank of America says branch employees were reassigned to nearby locations, and it continues to support community development in Baltimore. Neighborhood groups say they've contacted the Office of the Controller of the Currency, part of the U.S. Treasury, in hopes of bringing in another bank.